Hello friends, welcome in geological knowledge. So in the last video we have discussed about the supercontinent cycle, and in that video we have discussed up to Rodinia, and in the continuation of that video I will discuss today about the Panacea and the remaining supercontinents. So Panacea is also called as Vandian supercontinent, and it existed around up to 600 million years ago to 540 million years ago, and Panacea is ascribed by Ion W.D. Dalziel in 1997 is a hypothetical supercontinent that existed from the Pan-African orogeny about 600 million years ago. जो पैन अफ्रीकन ओरिजिनी थी वो कब हुई थी 600 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो टू द एंड ऑफ द प्री कैम्ब्रियन अबाउट 550 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो. सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो प्री कैम्ब्रियन ओरिजिनी थी दैट हैज़ एग्जिस्टेड अबाउट 600 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो टू द एंड ऑफ द प्री कैम्ब्रियन मीन्स 550 million years ago, and after that it split into the islands of Laurentia, Siberia, Baltica, with the main landmass which was the Gondwana south of it. So you can see in the diagram at the 550 million years ago, you can see in the left diagram the orientation of the subcontinents. Okay, then we have Euramerica supercontinent that existed around 300 million years ago, and also known as Laurasia, and it should not be confused with the Laurasia, the old red continent or the old red sandstone continent. It was a minor supercontinent created in the Devonian as the result of a collision between the Laurentia, Baltica and Evolunia Craton because in the Caledonian orogeny. जो यूरेमेरिका supercontinent था, it was a minor supercontinent and which was created in the Devonian time as a result of the collision between the Laurentian, Baltica and the Evolunia Craton. 300 million years ago, in the late Carboniferous, tropical rainforests lay over the equator of Euramerica. जो 300 साल मिलियन ईयर पहले जो था वो लेट कार्बोनिफेरस ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट जो थे वो इक्वेटर के पास में वो यूरेमेरिका में ही थे. A major abrupt change in the vegetation occurred when the climate aridified. The forest fragmented and the lycopsids which dominated these wetlands thinned out, being replaced by the opportunistic ferns. So जो ferns थे उन्होंने जो lycopsids थे उनको replace कर दिया. There was also a great loss of amphibian diversity, and simultaneously the drier climate spurred the diversification of the reptiles. ओके, सो एम्फीबियंस जो थी उनका जो एक्सटिंक्शन था वो भी इसी टाइम पे हुआ, एंड दैट डाइवर्सिफाइड द reptiles. Okay, Euramerica became a part of major supercontinent Pangaea in the Permian time. In the Permian time, Euramerica was the part of Pangaea, and in the Jurassic time, when Pangaea rifted into two continents, Gondwana and Laurasia, Euramerica was part of Laurasia. And in the Cretaceous time, Laurasia is split into two continents, North America and Eurasia, and the Laurentian Craton became a part of North America while Baltic became a part of Eurasia, and Evolunia was split between these two. जो एवोलोनिया था वो लॉरेंसिया और बाल्टिका दोनों में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया. Then comes the important one, Pangaea, 300 million years ago to 200 million years ago. It's very important. Pangaea or Pangea, it's spelled like Pangaea or Pangea, was a supercontinent that existed during the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic era, forming about 300 million years ago and beginning to rift around 200 million years ago, before the component continents were separated into their current configuration. जो करंट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन था, जो आज का करंट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है, उससे पहले ये दोनों इवेंट्स हुए यहाँ पे, जो रिफ्टिंग की इवेंट्स थी एंड जो फॉर्मेशन की इवेंट थी, वो दोनों तभी हुए जब करंट कॉम्पोजिशन नहीं हुआ था. द सिंगल ग्लोबल ओशन which surrounded Pangea is accordingly named as Panthalassa. ओके, सो जो ग्लोबल ओशन था जो पैंजिया को सराउंड करता था, दैट वाज पैंथालासा. द नेम पैंजिया इज derived from ancient Greek term pan means entire and the Gaia or Gia means earth, entire earth related. So that name was given to Pangea. And this is the map of Pangea with modern continents outlined at the Pangean time. Okay. So as you can see, India has still not started to rift or move further north. Laurasia 510 to 200 million years ago. And in paleogeography, Laurasia was the northernmost of the two supercontinents, the other being the Gondwana land. Okay, we see the northern continent was supercontinent of Laurasia and the southern continent supercontinent was the Gondwana, that form a part of Pangea supercontinent from approximately 510 to 200 million years ago. It separated from Gondwana 200 to 180 million years ago, or we can say late Triassic time. Gondwana separated from the previous supercontinent at the time of 200 to 180 million years ago, and during the breakup of Pangea, drifting northward after the split. The name combines the name of the Laurentia, the name given to the North America Craton and Eurasia. As suggested by the geological naming, Laurasia include most of the landmass which make today's continents of the northern hemisphere. जो लॉरेशिया है वो आज के जो नदर्न हेमिस्फेयर के कॉन्टिनेंट्स हैं उनको इंक्लूड करता है, चीफली लॉरेंशिया, दैट इज द कोर नॉर्थ अमेरिकन कॉन्टिनेंट, बाल्टिक, साइबेरिया, कजाकिस्तान and the North China and the East China Craton. As we can see in the diagram, the positions of the continents 200 million years ago at the time, in the Triassic time. And Gondwana time 510 to 180 million years ago. Gondwana was originally Gondwana land, the southernmost of the two supercontinent, and other one being, as we have discussed, the Laurasia, which was the part of Pangea supercontinent, and it existed from approximately 510 to 180 million years ago, and it separated from Laurasia at the time 200 to 180 million years ago, the mid Mesozoic era. 200 to 180 million years ago, we can call it mid Mesozoic era, when the Laurasia broke apart during the breakup of Pangea, drifting further south after the split. Gondwana includes most of the land masses in today's southern hemisphere, okay, including Antarctica, South America, Africa, Madagascar, and the Australian continent, as well as the Arabian Peninsula and Indian subcontinent, which have now moved entirely into the northern hemisphere. Okay, the continent of Gondwana was named by Austrian scientist Edward Suess after the Gondwana region of central northern India, and it means in Sanskrit Gondwana, the land of forest, or the forests of Gonds. from which the Gondwana sedimentary sequences of the age Permian Triassic age are also described. Okay. So this is the how name was given to the Gondwana land. And we will talk about the breakup, that how and at what time Gondwana land broke apart. So Gondwana began to break up in the early Jurassic, about 184 million years ago, accompanied by massive eruptions of basaltic lava as East Gondwana, comprising Antarctica, Madagascar, India, and Australia, began to separate from Africa. At what time all these continents started to separate? 180 million years ago. South America began to drift slowly westward from Africa as South Atlantic Ocean opened up. साउथ अटलांटिक ओशन ओपन हुआ तो उसकी वजह से जो साउथ अमेरिका था वो वेस्टवर्ड ड्रिफ्ट करने लगा. Beginning about 130 million years ago during early Cretaceous and resulting in the open marine condition by 110 million years ago. East Gondwana began to separate about 120 million years ago when India began to move northward. Okay. The Madagascar block and a narrow remnant microcontinent presently occupied by the Seychelles Island were broken off. India. Elements of this breakup nearly coincided with the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event. So जो सेक्शील आइलैंड्स इंडिया ब्रेक हुआ तो वो किस टाइम पे हुआ? वो क्रिटेशियस पेलेजियन एक्सटिंक्शन इवेंट जो हुआ उस टाइम पे हुआ, ब्रेकअप ऑफ द इंडिया फ्रॉम द सेक्शील आइलैंड्स. The India-Madagascar Seychelles separation appeared to coincide with the eruption of the Deccan basalt, whose eruption site may survive as the reunion hotspot. Okay. Australia began to separate from the Antarctica perhaps 80 million years ago. At what time? Late Cretaceous time. But seafloor spreading between them became most active about 40 million years ago during Eocene epoch of the Paleocene period. Okay. एक्चुअली जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया सेपरेट करना कब स्टार्ट किया? ऑस्ट्रेलिया बिगेन टू सेपरेट फ्रॉम ऑस्ट्रेलिया about 80 million years ago at the late Cretaceous time, but seafloor spreading between them became most active at what time? 40 million years ago at the Eocene epoch of the Paleogene period. And then about Cenozoic time में क्या हुआ? At the age of the mammals commenced, the continent of Australia New Guinea began gradually to separate and move northward 55 million years ago, rotating about its axis to begin with, and thus retained some connection with the remainder of Gondwana for about 10 million years ago. About 45 million years ago, the Indian plate collided with the Asia, bulking the crust and forming the Himalayas. So Himalaya formation कब हुआ? About 45 million years ago when Indian plate collided with the Asian plate. At about the same time, the southernmost part of Australia, which is today's Tasmanian, finally separated from Antarctica, letting ocean currents flow between the continent for the first time. The separation of Southern America from West Antarctica sometimes during the Oligocene period. However, the many microplates of the Antarctica Peninsula remained near southern South America, acting as a stepping stone and allowing the continued biological interchange and stop oceanic current circulation at that time. When the Drake Passage opened, there was no longer a barrier to force the cold water of the Southern Ocean north to exchange the warmer tropical water. Instead, a cold circumpolar current developed and Antarctica began to move what it is today. At that time, a cold circumpolar current developed and Antarctica began what is today a frigid continent that looks like so much of the words freshwater as ice. Okay, as it looks like today. Sea temperature dropped by almost 10 degrees Celsius and the global climate became much colder. So this is the diagram of global paleogeography for the Cambrian time. As we can see in the Cambrian time, the location of the continents are supercontinents at that time. Okay, we can say that Gondwana land, an Indian continent, was still in contact with the Gondwana. And then we can see the late Cambrian time at the 500 million years ago. Global paleogeography for the Ordovician period, where we can say the mountainous regions, shallow seas, lowlands, deep seas are evaporite minerals, and the present and the condition of the continents at that time. Blocks including Evolulina, Evolunia at the rifting of the Gondwanas at the early Ordovician time means 480 million years ago. We can say at the middle Silurian time 430 million years ago, and the paleogeography of Devonian period, early Devonian 400 million years ago, the early Devonian or 400 million years time. Then early Mississippian 340 million years ago when the glaciation started. The late Pennsylvanian time 300 million years ago. The early Permian 270 million years ago. The conditions of the continents. Okay, and the global paleogeography for late Permian period, the movement or the position of the continents means the mountains, shallow seas, as you can see, evaporite minerals, lowlands, and deep sea continents, as you can see. And India was still attached with the Gondwana land. You can see global paleogeography for the early Triassic period in Indian continent had still not started to move northward. Okay, so in the sea you can see the late Triassic 220 million years over time, and about late Triassic period time when India differentiated from the Africa, get separated from the Africa and Australia continent. Then early Jurassic time 200 million years ago, and the paleogeography of the Jurassic period. We can see India has started to move northward. Early Cretaceous 130 million years ago, and then Cretaceous period, the journey of Indian plate, you can see Indian subcontinent towards the northern hemisphere, and the late Cretaceous time 80 million years ago, late Eocene 40 million years ago, and early Miocene 20 million years ago. The journey we can see, and this is the modern world. So this is the main concept and the events that have taken place in the supercontinent cycle. Okay, so this is all about the supercontinent cycle. Okay.